Today, we're going to talk about geohazards, bending strain, and line movement. The world is a dynamic place. The ground is constantly shifting and moving. Geohazards don't discriminate. Terrain really isn't the best indicator of whether or not a pipeline is at risk. Whether it's in a mountainous region or in the flattest of prairies, geohazards are still a concern. Regulators are keenly aware of this threat and have released several advisory bulletins to help operators manage this concern.
Geohazards are essentially when a force, particularly a force of nature, causes the earth to move. When the pipe has been moved, it causes the material in the pipe to either stretch or compress. This stretching and compressing of the pipe material is what we call strain. Bending strain in and of itself can be a major threat to your pipeline, but even if there's only a moderate amount of strain in your line and you combine it with other moderate threats, it can then become a critical threat to your pipeline. A good example of that is circumferential stress corrosion cracking, where you have the threat of bending strain combined with the threat of corrosion. And when you bring those two threats together, they can create cracking in your pipeline. Perhaps after a major event has occurred, maybe you have a pipeline that was located nearby an earthquake or located in an area where there was considerable amount of flooding. Whatever it might be, if you experience a major event on your line, you might want to consider if that major event introduced strain into your line. Even if there hasn't been a major event in areas that are particularly prone to geohazards, there are small natural things that can be happening or going on which might introduce enough strain into your pipe to where it fails, even if it's in areas that may not be mountainous or have steep slopes. There's water and rain that occurs everywhere. And so it's possible heavy rainfall or even normal rainfall might cause the soil conditions to change where your pipe is located and cause your pipe to move. We have two different tools to address geohazards that might affect operators' pipelines: bending strain analysis and line movement analysis. With our mapping technology, we're able to calculate very precisely what the position of the pipe is. And then based off of that position, we can then calculate the strain that is in your pipeline. Line movement's a little bit different, a little more advanced, because you need to have run our mapping technology on two different inspections, and we compare them. And then we can see if the strain in the pipeline has changed over time. And if we see a significant amount of change, that potentially indicates that the pipe has moved. And that really helps us prioritize which features you might want to either go dig or to monitor.
We can't control the weather or how the earth is moving, but we do have the technology to help you manage those threats effectively. If you have any questions about bending strain or line movement, the Integrity Engineering Solutions team is always here to help.